Yeah, so shout out to everyone in the comments. I would like us to have a conversation about men. Okay. So this will be a conversation about our men or our little boys, like we like to call them. So your boys, most of your boys now are going to go for what you call initiation. They're getting ready to go for initiation. It's that time of the year, sindio? So kuna hizi events whereby unasikia wakisema kwenda mararaja. So mararaja is these are events whereby now people are going to spend the night outside in preparation for the big initiation ceremony that is coming. Remember, initiation is a very important ritual because you are being initiated. What is to initiate, like we said? So to initiate is to start something new, is to begin something. So these boys are going to lose their foreskins. Okay? So I don't even know how that makes sense. So you lose a part of us, some skin, and that makes you a man? No, that doesn't make you a man. We know of so many boys who have lost their foreskins because of injuries na vitu kama hizo. Does that make no? It makes them a boy who has no foreskin. So this is a boy who's growing with the other boys, but he has no foreskin. It doesn't make him a man. Sasa. So losing your foreskin is not going to make you a man. But the whole ritual of a boy losing his foreskin when it comes to the African setup would involve what you call initiation. So they are being initiated into what you can call in quotes, not men, but adulthood. So they are supposed to be adulting. So these little boys are supposed to become little men. So these are your futures. These are your tomorrows. You see the point? There's a whole plan. There's a whole plan to destroy the male structure. There's a whole plan to destroy masculinity. So there's a whole part to destroy what you call logic. Because what is male? To be male is to be masculine. And you know that the masculine or the male, what can we call? So to externalize, to be masculine is to externalize, is to have logic, is to think, is to take action without waiting for feelings. Females, women is the feelings. So for them, it's about nurturing, containing is vitu. So now, I won't go too much into the details on how the man is being, or the masculinity is being attacked. We have food weaponization, then we have what you call in the entertainment industry. You can see that the entertainment industry is happening a lot. Right now, we have a new, we can call it a new con game. We have a new con game whereby men are losing their houses to women. Okay? But it's important now to know that the problems that we are having now, most of the problems we are having now is because the man, the masculine, is wounded. Okay? So now, we know that from a very young age, especially now because they are going to go into initiations, wanaenda kurua, wanaenda watae, is that time of the month where the boys wanaenda kutae. And so wakitae, the moment a boy loses his foreskin, by default, even his mother, even his auntie, even his grandmother, they start looking at that boy from a very young age. They are conditioned to be strong at all times. When you go to the circumcision songs na vitu kama hizo, unasikianga wakisema ni akoroma agani yako kujadha nogana. So he's not supposed to show any weakness. He's not supposed to show any fear. Mind you, he's about to lose his foreskin. But he's not supposed to show any fear. He's about to be initiated in what you are calling, into quotes, adulthood. So he's supposed to adult and show no fear. So now, when a young man gets initiated from a very young age, they are taught to be strong. They are taught to be the little man of the house. We have seen men when their boys do what you can call get initiated. They are told now, you are now the man of the house. Oh, there's a car coming here and I know this guy. But I'm going to assume, akifika hapa ata assume siko kwa gari. Kwa hivyo ataenda kwa nyumba kwanza before I interrupt video yangu. He's parked behind me. So he's going to come to the car. Anyway, so the little boy is supposed to be a little man of the house. So before they even know who you are, so before your boy even knows who he is, just because he has lost his foreskin, he's supposed to be the little boy or the little man of the house. So the roles change. Hata unaanza kusikia mamake akimwambia, unajua sasa yeye ndio mwanaume wa hii nyumba. You're thinking, this boy is only 13. He still has a long way to go. He has not even attained his what you can call his Satan return. But at this particular moment, ashaanza kuambiwa ati he's a little man. Kwa ati Mr. Cairo. Yakumira? Ala? Nice. Na tuwakona watu wa Kenya. Gethi wabe walie na ya leo. Nani goro dalekia video, no? Ni mwa korero moge park. Ni Cairo, ni mukora moge park. Do video dili nake. Sawa, utaniambia. So, this little boy, the moment he loses his foreskin, he's supposed to be a man. So all the pressure from the whole community, from the mama and everyone, this little boy is supposed to be a man. Just because he lost his foreskin. Remember, this is a teenage, hata hajafika 21, a co-initiation. Because remember, even back in the days, whatever you are calling the young boys will be initiated around age 21. Ni venye sasa hii schooling system iliturudisha, you don't want your boy to go to a boarding school while he still has his foreskin attached to him. But before, boys used to be initiated at around 20 years and 21. So that would make sense that you're turning this boy into a man back then. Now, we have the church, again, our biggest enemy. We have the church pushing for boys to be cut at the age of, is it 10 years old? Amani 12. I think it's coming down to 10 or 12 years old. Now, that's not my issue. This is about the men. So, when this little boy is being told to man up, keyword, man up, you are the man of the house. So what you are doing is that you are repressing the feelings of fear, the feelings of sadness, because I don't think anyone wants to lose their foreskin because before they have had enough time playing with their foreskin. Okay? So there's sadness of losing a body part. Wewe ukitembea ugongwe, kucha, and it's a nail, you are going to grow another one. You get sad. We have seen women getting disappointed because they broke their nail. Nasikia, gai, aki ya Mungu, aki kucha yangu. Na ujue hata si kucha yake, ni hizi mnaitanga gel, ama hizi fake nails. But it's painful. They feel they have lost a part of themselves because this is something that is attaching to their beauty. Okay? So now, since a lot of these boys, what is being placed upon them, and I'm not saying they're not supposed to be circumcised and everything. In fact, I'm a very big advocate of people being initiated into adulthood. How we choose to do it, however, that's not the debate right now. That's a debate for another day. That's a debate also because also you're getting to a point where we'll even talk about the trauma that boys undergo when they get circumcised. When boys lose their foreskin, they undergo trauma. Now, back in the days, it used to be addressed because the men back in the days, they knew how to. You give us boys, we give you men. So they would be taken into what you can call a process. They would talk to the boys. So I know you like to keep your foreskin. I do understand you like to keep your penis looking like a whistle. Okay? There's nothing wrong with keeping your foreskin. Some communities don't even lose their foreskins. Okay? So this is an initiation. So you're having conversations with these boys on why it is important for that to happen. Why it is important for them to be brave and to become the men. Because then they used to be very big boys. Now we come down to the point where we are still doing the same now with the younger boys. So it is still the same thing with them at a younger age. But now there's a catch. There's a catch now. you are sending your boys for circumcision through the church. And the church is not equipped to deal with trauma because the church is a place of worship, is not a place to address the issues that you undergo. The church cannot cope with the emotional stress. The church cannot cope with the emotional, uh, 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 what you can call challenges that you are undergoing, like na vitu kama hizo. Si ungegoja hizi vitu upaki. Why do you have to disturb my video? But you can still see me speaking here. It's okay, my love. Sorry. So I'm going to end this live anyway. I'm going to end this live because it has been disrupted. They couldn't wait until I finish the video. So this ndio mashida tunaongea about, like men, how men's feelings are not respected. This is the same thing I'm speaking about in this video. This is the same thing now, ndio sasa unaona hii. Like you can be given a few minutes to maliza ile kitu unafanya because you're supposed to man up. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to handle it. You have no feelings. Unaget? Those are the same issues now we are dealing with. Anyway, so these insecurities now. So these little boys or these little men or the men that we are, me included, because I don't consider myself a man, but I have to be because I'm in this world. I consider myself more of a male. But when people want you to repress or to repress any feelings that you have of fear or sadness, see, they are going to be in my video and their faces are not supposed to be on my video. Why can't you just wait for 5 minutes in Malize video angu? Why is it such a big deal? Ebushu Kenny, I don't want your faces. You are minors. Nuri, you are 3 years old. You are a minor. Give me a few minutes and then you'll come. Sindio? I'm only going to take 10 minutes and then we can go. Hakuna rush. Can you close the boot? Sababu hata si understand kwa nini bado boot imefunguliwa na wasikia mkiongea. So this is exactly what we are talking about now. So a man is supposed to repress his feelings or fear or sadness or insecurity. Now this is what leads to rage. Okay? I'm allowed to feel whatever I'm feeling. Today the moon is in Taurus and I'm a Taurus. I'm a mid-heaven Taurus. So the moon is home. And the moon likes to be home. And my moon is in Leo. So I can speak any way I want. So this is why this kind of thing that you have seen on us, and this is why I like going live, because we learn by seeing these things. So this is why it's why most men can only express one emotion: anger. So when you look at our society, our fathers or the men out there, men, the only emotion that men are supposed to express is anger. Because remember what? They are supposed to man up. They are supposed to take it like a man. So you can do anything you want on a man. You can decide, I'm not going to respect his privacy. Duh, he's a man. He can deal with it. Fuck his video. Na vitu kama hizo. Why? Because a man, the only expression that a man is supposed to express is rage or anger. This is what is kind of like universally like accepted for a man. So what this is doing is that it's creating a community of very angry men. So we have men who can only express one emotion: anger. Because why? No one is willing to listen to you. No one is going to pay attention to your feelings. No one is going to pay attention to whatever you are doing. Now this insecurity, okay, whereby now, because that's an insecurity. When people don't care about your feelings and everything, that becomes an insecurity. Now that insecurity leads to rage. For example, when they come here, I'm like, why can't you just wait? That is rage. Like, why can't you just wait? It's only 10 minutes and I can see you with your bags up, I'll have to end. So I'm going to make it go quick. So this is now what causes men to express anger as an emotion. Now, the community we are, and shout out to the people in the lives. If I haven't, each one teach one in the comments. You can communicate in the comments. You can express I like when people come to my channel, we have an interactive show because this is the reality. We can have an interactive show. Okay, we cannot pretend that we are angels. Na vitu kama hizo, sasa ni pretend wamekuja. No, this, I am male, thought, logic, hermeneutics, what you call Adam, Geckoyo, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm all those things. I am male, I am masculine, I am logic, I am thinking, not feelings. Okay? But I'm supposed to get in touch with my divine feminine when it needs be. Now, so a lot of the little boys we have in grown-up bodies, me included, because we are still healing, we have no coping skills. We don't have the coping skills. We are not taught how to cope with this kind of situations. For example, the way they just came here, I don't know how to respond because they don't have the coping skills. Because the society that we have has not been enabling the male child to have coping skills. Because you're supposed to be a little boy or the little man of the house and you're not supposed to complain. So now, what happens? I'm going to take this very fast so that we can go now. So, with no coping skills and with what you can call crippling insecurities, because now this is happening around us a lot, and these insecurities make you feel less, but you cannot show it. You cannot complain because you're a man. You're supposed to handle it. You're supposed to be a man. You see where we are going now? So, this, the end result of this is what you call dysfunctional behavior and high suicide rates in the men. So the dysfunctional behaviors become what men need to do to cope with those small stresses of being made to feel a certain role or being a boy and not express your emotions. Unaona? Like even when, for example, when they came and I complained, Kasama, why don't you give me a few minutes? She was like, itaki gani like, you're not supposed to have feelings. As a man, you're not supposed to have feelings. That is what the society has created, that kind of thing. And feelings, there's nothing wrong with feelings. Feelings come and go. It's how you cope with them that matters. Now, so because of those insecurities now that the men are feeling, they resort into what you call dysfunctional behaviors. So some of the dysfunctional behaviors that men pick becomes alcohol. So men get lost in alcohol. For example, akikuja na hiyo whatever was happening, immediately instead of going home and you're supposed to go home, you're like, wacha niende ninunue kanudhu, wacha niende ninunue kanusu, nikunywe kanusu, hii story ishe. Pornography. We get into porn to be soothed. So you go to porn to watch women, okay, being whatever happens in porn, because in one way, shape, or another, as a man, now that is showing you that another man is taking over. So you go either into drinking, either into porn, and other destructive patterns that become the norm. Lakini, all of this is coming from where? All of this is coming from the fact that a man is not supposed to be showing any feelings or to have any feelings. Now, do men need the feelings part? Is it the feelings that really matter? Because we have to understand, is it the feelings that really matter? Is the problem the men getting in touch with their feelings? Because remember, men are masculine. So men are thought, logic. We are not supposed to be. The feelings is of the women. Feelings are emotional waters. They need a container to be nurtured. Women are vitu kama hizo. For example, the man who just left, I'll give you an example. He was coming home because we are taking his daughter away with us because his wife traveled. So without them considering his decision, mwenye nimesalimia hapa, the women in our lives have decided, so that will be my spouse, the sister, and the mother-in-law, they have decided hawezi kaa na mtoto kama bibi yake ametravel. So they didn't even consult. Walisema nguo zake zikuje zipakiwe zichukuliwe. Akasema I can stay with my child. They're like, no, it's only a week. Those are the things that I'm talking about. So how can we solve this? Men now, this is now for you men. Fuck all the emotion and everything we've talked about. Men need what you can call first one thing, a purpose. Men need to feel like they have a role or a purpose to play in our world today. When men are trashed or they are made to feel like they don't matter, they don't see their purpose anymore. So you're going to see men drunk in kwa mitaro, wamekunywa, wamelala kwa mtaro. Why? They don't see the purpose of surviving. Women have shown men they don't need protection. The world have shown men that they don't need to be addressed. The world is showing men that their feelings don't matter. Na nikiongea about feelings, remember this is an esoteric page. I'm not talking about the feelings you are thinking about. I'm talking about feelings as an emotional part. Men need support. We don't have support for men. For example, he didn't call me. He would have called me and niambia Jega Mudhakai, you know now nimesikia my daughter anakuja kuchukuliwa nyumbani kwa sababu ati the wife is traveling and everything. What do you think about the whole thing? And we talk, nimwambia okay, Joseph, Mr. Kimaru, hakuna shida na mtoto wako akikuja home because ako more better huko juu pia Nyambura ako huko. However, let's talk about it because it's just for a week. It's for the best for the child. But you see that is not there. So there is no support for him. And he cannot ask for a support because he's supposed to be a man. He's supposed to man up. So hata kuchukua simu anipigie, it's hard now. You get what I'm going? It's hard to call me like Jenga. So he's supposed to man up because they cut his foreskin. He's a man now. He's supposed to remain quiet. Men need a sense of belonging. Men need to feel like they belong somewhere. I belong as the head of this house. I should be consulted or respected. So despite whatever is happening and going on, okay, men need belonging. Men need to be appreciated. You are not appreciating your men enough. Men need to be appreciated a lot. Why? Just for the important role that they play in our collective. Sasa hapa tutoke, let's get away from the man and women. For the whole collective, men need to feel the important role that they are playing is being appreciated. Not because it's a man and woman, but for the collective. What is the role of the collective in the whole of this world? What is the role of the collective? What is the role of the masculine energy? Just because of that alone, without even fighting up men and women, men need to feel appreciated for that important role that they play in the collective. So when we see this kind of behavior, and you cannot blame them, you cannot even blame Monjiro or the spouse for these decisions, but it is where we are in the world. And this is something that has been planned. We have seen cases where men are just losing their houses. Mwanamke anakuja kwako, mnakaa naye 1 month. I saw a clip by Kibe, 1 month. Now you are outside with your dog kwa sababu they don't care whether you bought the house. But that is a plan. There's a plan for that. Now, I don't like just talking. I like having solutions for these things. Men need to know that their lives matter. This video is specifically for the men. Shout out to the men. Men need to know that their lives matter. Mr. Kimaru knows whoever he has gone, he needs to know that his decisions matter. Whether it was not the best decision, it mattered. He needs to know that he matters. Their role in the family matters. He needs to know that the decision about his daughter and everything, hata kama mama angeingia, it matters. So that the rage they feel underneath, okay, all that anger they feel. So when they know that their lives matter, when they know that their roles in the family matter, now all that anger that they feel now, okay, can be dealt with. Maybe now they can go to the gym. They can use that anger by working out instead of just going out and drinking na vitu zingine kama hizo. So before I end, I can say this. Because you see the children bado wako nje ya gari, hata mamake wameanza kuboeka. Men need to know when they act recklessly and out of impulse, they are hurting. When you see a man acting recklessly, drinking analala kwa mtaro, he's hurting. When you see a man act out of what you call impulse kwa street, wameletana juu wamevuta handbrake wametoana, nikiwa aje ulia we goma sijui wewe gari. No, the reason they are doing that is because they are hurting. They are doing that out of impulse. Okay, they are hurting and they are modeling these same patterns for future generations. So when the children see us fight, when the children see you getting road rage on the road, they are being remodeled out of those patterns because children do what they see, not what you tell them. Men need to know that you believe in them, you, the society. Men also need to know that I believe in them. I don't consider myself human. Their wisdom, or you men, your ability and your true nature of innate logic, using thought. That is why they say even in the Bible, women are not supposed to preach, because you're not supposed to preach out of your emotion, whether it's a man or a woman. So, men need to know that we believe in you. We believe in your wisdom. Let me not say we. Fuck the people. I, men, know this. I believe in you. I believe in your wisdom. I believe in your ability of your true nature of innate logic. I believe in your compassion, and I believe in your power when it comes to problem solving. Men can still solve problems, so stop bypassing men, because this is what this world is teaching you, to treat men like nothing, because men matter. It's time to end these cycles in no way, shapes, and form. And when you come in this channel, there is no pondering. I don't ponder in this channel, and I have no biases. Now, before I go, to all the boys who are going to go for the initiation, where they are going to be initiated from boys into little men before the days, to all the men who have that responsibility of initiating our boys, you have my good energy. I'm sending you good energy. To all the boys who are going to go for to lose their foreskins, I'm sending you quick healing energy. And when you have gone all these initiations, I'm hoping we'll have platforms where now we can understand how to heal the wounded masculine, because the wounded masculine is why we are here. Nani dhayo? Nisa? Dhayo. Love you from the bottom of my heart. We will catch up later. Jenga, you need to do a longer live for men to let Huku for this wisdom. Those things will come. You know, we go live random. Then it's a wholesome problem where this go. Guys, we can go now. Itanuri, Itamaito, now we can go. I'm done. It was just a few minutes, but they couldn't wait. But it's not their fault. We cannot blame them. It's how men are supposed to be. Men are supposed to be men and handle it. We have to break the cycle and raise our young boys, give them a source of worth and belonging. Men are not ready to accept protection, though. They will be ready. Dayo. Shout out to everyone in the comments. Dayo.